You want me to do the theme song on here, or you put it in later?
Let's put it in later. Let's get right into this shit.
All right. The fuck am I looking at?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. So if you remember, it was on the bonus Ask Us Anything. One of the questions that came in when was the last time that we each shit our pants?
Uh-huh.
So I think my answer was like 2 years ago or something, but update.
Perfect. Oh, shit.
So this is probably, I've had a lot of weird things happen to me in my life. This is the weirdest.
Uh-oh.
No, it's not. It's one of the weirdest. So I typically come home for lunch and, make a couple sandwiches or whatever.
Sure.
So I come home, I make my sandwiches, have a handful of chips. I'm sitting there. I'm like, well, fuck, I'm going to go take a piss before I go back to work. So I go into the bathroom, and I do what I always do, take my pants all the way off and hang them up so I can pee. So I'm sitting there pissing, and I go to fart, and I just shit I just shit. Like,
this is not a real story. Are you serious?
Why would I make this up?
I don't know, but that's awesome.
So the weird thing is I'm sure it's like cancer, or, I don't know, diabetes gives you black shit, but I'm telling you, it was like, so I didn't like shit everywhere, but I shit down my leg. It was like black water. It was
Jesus Christ, man. No wonder you're a hit with the ladies.
But anyway, I just wanted to keep the people that are paying, the patrons, informed.
Mm-hmm.
So if it happens again, I'll let you know.
Oh shit, that's worth paying the money to be a patron right there. Just to stay up to date on the breaking news. Rectum breaking news. Oh shit. That's amazing, man. I'm glad that we have a forum where we can share this kind of information.
I used to start off all the shows with something funny that happened to me that week.
Yeah.
And I noticed that we've kind of gotten away from that. So I just figured, fuck it. I actually, so after I shit my pants, I was like, God damn it.
Did you call in the rest of the day to work? I'm not going back.
So I took my shitty underwear and whatever. And then I had to sit on the toilet and spray my ass with the bidet because I have no idea how much shit was everywhere.
Which bidet did you use?
I'm not. You're not tricking me into a free plug.
I don't think it's free.
It is if I don't remember our promo code.
Right. Oh, there we go. Shit.
Oh, so anyway, yeah. So I was sitting there, and I turned the bidet on, so I'm sitting there spraying my asshole, and I'm like, oh, "Fuck!" Now I got to reach over and so I'm spraying my ass, and I got to reach down and grab my pants, pull my phone out, go to our little pad where we keep everything, and write "shitting pants update." Which, if you could see the people listening, if you could see what I see, the first thing on today's show, there's a section that says "shitting pants update," so we can check that off the list now and move on.
I think we should put on the list somewhere to remind our patrons, if they ever meet you, never touch your phone.
or shake my hand.
Or shake your hand, right?
Or wear my pants. But
the only way that story could have been even better is if you after that happened, you looked down and realized no toilet paper. You got nothing.
What do I need toilet paper for? I got a bidet.
Well, you just put your pants back on wet?
I don't use toilet paper. You don't get your butthole all wet and then dab it with paper.
What? So what do you do?
Use socks. What do you? What do you?
Use socks. And then you just put your socks back on.
Who says I have to take them off? I'm limber.
It's a self-contained thing here.
My left sock is for the one I jerk off into, and my right sock is my shit sock. I mean, I'm no fucking weirdo.
At least you got a system. At least you're not a fucking savage. Oh shit. That's
So,
amazing.
You had a big announcement. We went through my my shit update. So
Yeah, I have decided to, as officially half of this podcast, I've decided to come out with my endorsement for the president of the United States, because I haven't officially heard anything, but I'm assuming people want to know. Nobody's asked me, but I'm assuming they want to know. And they just,
I've been flooded with requests wanting to know who you're getting behind.
right.
I've just been keeping them from you because I didn't want the show to go that direction.
Who I'm getting behind. I see what you did there. So I am officially endorsing Andrew Yang for president of the United States. And there is like a 25% chance that he is some sort of an operative from the Chinese government to overthrow our government. And I'm okay with that. I'm willing to take the 75% chance that he's not. That's all.
All right. So we had somebody, it was a voicemail, right? Yeah, voicemail. Evan from Montana.
Yes.
So I don't know why this one stuck out to me more so than all the other ones that come in.
Yeah.
But the way he made it sound is his life is dog shit. He lives in Montana and
Just that.
drives around on a tractor all the time or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to only do the show for him. This whole episode, we are only talking to Evan from Montana.
Yeah. Everybody else stop listening. Well, I mean, you don't have to really stop. Just,
Or
know that it's for him.
move to Montana and call yourself Evan. I don't care what the fuck they do. I'm just saying this episode is for Evan in Montana, who,
This one's for you, buddy.
if Evan's not a patron, then I'm taking it back. I'm not going to do a show for one person in particular and then them not pay us. Fuck you, Evan.
Yeah. Fuck you, Evan. Wait, how do we go from this show's for him to fuck you, Evan?
Well, if he's refusing to fucking pay us, then, the other thing. So you had one job.
Me?
Yes.
All right. What was my one job?
Setting up the Discord.
Oh, boy. I was hoping we'd never have to have this conversation.
What? Okay. So our Discord server, like this is something that we could do not on the show. Like we could talk, but it's the only time I can get you fucking cornered.
What fun is that?
So what you were supposed to do is set it up so that $5 patrons could listen to us live.
Mm-hmm.
$1 patrons get like the leftover. They get the audio recording after the fact that whatever.
They get to pay us $1.
But what you did is set it up so people can go to Discord and listen to it for $1 live.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I fucked up. Not only did I fuck up, I think you told me about this like it was a while ago, and then I forgot about it, so it never got changed. We had we decided to make somebody the mod of our Discord
don't get me
channel.
started. That motherfucker. So you make our. Okay, so this guy's making a comic book, right? And he's a great fucking artist. It's a funny premise,
right?
The comic book's coming together, and I think he's yellow, right? He's from the.
Yes, he is.
There's nothing wrong if the guy's yellow. There's nothing wrong with saying that he's yellow. It's not even something for you to laugh at, you fucking racist.
It's funny.
Okay,
so I don't know why that's funnier than he was black. I don't know why that's funnier.
You start getting all fucking white guilt on me.
Yeah, but my ancestors or something.
Okay. So those of you that don't know,
oh boy.
Discord is a service for young people that we were introduced to by Kaya from the official podcast. And it's just another way for us to interact with people that listen to the show. It's a way for listeners of the show. No, it's a way for people of a different generation to call us fat.
Right there. That's better. And old. They like to call us fat and they like to call us old.
But anyway, so as our server, I think is what it's called, has grown, like it's no different than all the indie podcasts. The first thing you do is you start reaching out for sponsors, even though you got like 8 listeners, and then you start getting sponsors. You got more sponsors than listeners.
Right.
And then you go to fucking Redbubble or some shit like that, and you throw your logo on a shirt so you can say we've got merch.
Right.
We've got sponsors. We are now a podcast. And we did the same thing. But so now that we have this server, everybody else has mods for their server. The official podcast has like 400,000 people in there.
They've got a cop for their server.
Yeah, so we had to get a cop for our server because we have to follow suit.
Right.
It's just me and Anthony in there talking back and forth, and we need somebody to.
We got like 6 people. We need somebody to put the fucking ban hammer on them 6 people.
So anyway, I had to tell you that to tell you this. Anthony picked a yellow guy, and for some reason, it was like, no, Doug, I really like this guy. I think he's going to do a good job.
Mm-hmm.
And what did he do? I'll tell you what he fucking did.
He did exactly what I expected him to do.
So you put a mod in place, a moderator, what people in my generation would call them. You put them in place to limit the amount of spam and bullshit that happens. That way it becomes a place for people to gather and chat, not for people to post stupid fucking links to places.
Right.
So you trusted our server to this guy. And I'm out of there for like 5 fucking minutes. And he's posting links to fucking his fucking sister's soap shop or some shit.
His sister's soap shop. If only that was a joke. It's like, it sounds like you made that up, but that's exactly what happened.
I gotta pull this up. I want to hold on. How do you? All right. God damn it. Motherfucker.
Oh shit.
All right, yeah. So I'm gonna go to this fucking website. Hold please. All right.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. I'm not prepared.
No boy. Well, I've got it up here. I was able to find it.
I need to pull it up.
All right.
I've got a direction that I might want to take this.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So you gave it here. And now if I go here, can you like do some hold music or something? That's not bad. Give me something with some soul.
I don't, no. You caught me off guard with that one. I don't know what soul sounds like. I'm fucking white.
All right. So this is where he decided to send us. Or no. This is the bullshit that he spammed our chat room group.
Yeah, our Matrix server.
Yeah, it's our deep web server. It's jtsyre.com/collections. That
right.
That's how he posted it. It wasn't just jtsy whatever re.com. First off, she needs put her on.
put her on the show. We need to get her on.
She needs to pick a website that you can just say easily. Like,
yeah.
How do you that's why you got to spam chat rooms, because you can't just say go to who'srightpodcast.com. That's easy to say.
Right.
This is go to Jitsire.
GT, is it Sire or Seer, or you got to spell it out for him. If you got to spell it out for him, it ain't a good name.
So, all right, when you poke around on here, they sell boxes of bubble wrap,
Love that stuff.
And black ladies.
Love that stuff too.
What is what is Shea Bon? Shea Bon body butter.
Not for white people.
Really?
I have no idea. I'm pretty sure Shea means for black people.
Okay, so if you hover over the shit, it tells you what it is. Hair bundle. Like, who the fuck wants to buy hair? So why would you take a relationship? You know, we've been working with this guy. We give him money for his drawings and shit. Why would you take a relationship like that and shit all over it?
Do you think he gets a kickback from this website? Maybe this website is doing really, really well. I was like turning it over in my head about contacting this website for a sponsorship deal and not telling you about it.
How great would it be?
Way funnier.
How great would it be if we got sponsored by a Shea Body Butter website? Like, what if you get sponsored by Body Butter and I get sponsored by Body Margarine?
Yes. Oh God, yes. Oh,
so
God.
if you look, they've got whatever this shit is, and then this right here says
whatever this shit is,
exfoliating charcoal clay facial mask. And then when you click on it, this picture is what pops up.
Crazy how that works.
You tell me how this.
Oh shit.
All right, so that was that whole bit. That's all I wanted to get to.
Just to that one thing. Just for that one thing. So worth it.
All right. I'm getting back out of there.
That was so worth it.
Oh
my God.
What do we got next here? So we're gonna make another run at this. Doug and Anthony will say it for you. Now you can go to our website and you can send us a message as well as send us $5 to PayPal. and I'm gonna need you just to be quiet for the next 30 seconds because every time you start laughing, they think it's a bit.
It's let me start. This is not a bit. Sorry.
Actually, you know what?
I can't help it.
I'm tired of being the one that does this. I want you. So we've got this premise.
Uh-huh.
I want you, and I'm requesting that you do it in your NPR voice.
Okay.
You got a 20-second spot to push. Doug and Anthony will say it for you.
Okay.
Make sure you hit all the bullet points.
Oh boy.
That we talked through in our pre-meeting.
Okay. And go. Good morning. Shut up. You're ruining it. See, I can't even get started.
Hold on.
Good morning. Today I'd like to tell you about a new service that we are offering here at the Who's Right podcast. We have decided that we both think that it would be very funny if we were to call random people, but we don't know random people. That's where you come in, dear listener. For the low, low price of $5, you can have us call someone, anyone, and say whatever it is that you would like us to say. I got no. That's all I got. I'm out of ideas.
How do they execute on that service? So you've told them what the service is. How do they do it?
Oh, okay. You can go to who'srightpodcast.com for all the information. Just
nope, there's no information on there. That's just where they pay us.
Just drop us a message and leave us $5. Somehow, some way, send us money. And we will need a phone number also.
You know what? I think that's one of those times that we didn't think it through again.
2 weeks in a row. It worked out though. My NPR voice is my favorite.
All right. Let's see here. Do you want hello? The your sticker store?
Yeah. Do I got to do that in my NPR voice too?
No, you're going to do that. You're going to do that as a African American NPR.
I don't know that I can do both, but I'll try.
Well, hello there.
Hello there, Mr. Bones. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. Oh boy, we're going to hell. That's cool.
Go.
I'm trying. I'm getting myself prepared. Getting myself prepared here. That's my Italian voice.
It sounded like your black voice.
Oh boy. All right. God, I don't know how to fucking do a black NPR voice.
You just do your regular black voice, but quiet. Duh.
Duh. Oh shit.
Okay. Instead of me saying do your black voice, pretend that you're oddball, and you're oddball in the library.
Y'all up in here studying? How about that?
Nailed it.
You fucking faggots all up in here studying or what?
Where all the white bitches at?
Oh shit. Okay. Time to get serious. You need to go to yourstickerstore.com and use the promo code Anthony. Do not use the promo code Doug. They will add money to your total. Yourstickerstore.com for all your sticker needs.
Really, really good, Anthony.
Thank you.
All right. Now can we fucking get on with the show?
Right.
All right. So we have a history with a podcast called Married AF.
Mm-hmm. We've both been on that show.
Both together and separately, right?
Did we go on together?
I don't fucking know. It all runs together.
We'll say we did. Sure, why not?
So it's those of you that don't know, it's a type of podcast that I like in that it's just real conversation. This happens to be a real conversations between a husband and a wife.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm about to do is sever that relationship.
At least you're honest about it right up front.
So the podcast in and of itself, I can't listen to anymore. And it's because the male host, Randy, who, again, those of you that don't know, just imagine like if the Incredible Hulk was on steroids and all he did, if he just started turning into a person that the only thing he did is talked about lifting weights and eating meat, because that's what he is. Randy has turned himself into. He has created this persona of himself. Is that what it would be called? Is it?
Yeah. So yeah. So it reminds me of I don't know the guy's real name, but Larry the Cable Guy. That's not a real Larry the Cable Guy isn't a real person. He's a comedian that had more success as Larry the Cable Guy.
A character.
Yeah, character. There you go.
Okay, so Randy or Randall has created this character called Uncle Randy, and he can't complete a sentence without saying "God damn." Like Uncle Randy loves you, God damn it, and eat weights and lift big steaks or something.
So before we get too far, just the calling yourself Uncle Randy, that creeps me out a little bit. I mean, knowing nothing about any of it, doesn't that just creep you out? Uncle Randy, that just creeps me out.
So I pulled, I think it's Instagram post or something, but I'm going to have to, I take pride in the fact that I've never blocked anybody on social media.
Okay.
All the bullshit that I've been through, getting attacked and all that shit for the shit that you say. I have never blocked anybody. I think I'm going to block him.
All right.
So Brooke, I'm sorry. I know that you guys listen to the show. I don't know if you've made it this far now.
Brooke is the female co-host of Married AF.
But here's an example of Uncle Randy in action.
Hey, what's up? Uncle Randy here with a listener question. Uncle Randy, I've been back in the gym for a little while now, and I'm telling you, my body hates it. I can't get comfortable. What am I doing wrong? Goddamn. Well, let me start with this. I got to correct you, goddamn. You done started on some bullshit right away, and I can't take it, goddamn. Your body doesn't hate it, goddamn. Your body loves it. Your body needs it, goddamn. It's what we were designed to do, goddamn. You're weak up here, son, goddamn. You're thinking about it ass backwards. Discomfort's good shit. That's where you want to be, goddamn. Tell me this, when can you make progress? You can't make it when you're comfortable, goddamn. You got to be uncomfortable. You got to learn to love that discomfort, goddamn. Look for it. Seek it out, goddamn. That's when you know you're at the good part, goddamn. Until you got the discomfort, you're wasting your fucking time, goddamn. You run to it. It's your little blankie, goddamn. It's all up here, buddy. I'm telling you. Change it, goddamn. Uncle Randy loves you, goddamn.
I think he leans on it too much.
just a little bit. So what do you think was the driving force behind, I mean, they have a show where they just talk as husband and wife. What do you think was the driving force behind doing this?
I think if I had to guess, I would say it probably started out as just a shtick. I don't know. but it's turned into, now it's not Married AF with Brooke and Randall, it's Married AF with Brooke and Uncle Randy. I mean, because it's carried over into the regular show now.
Oh.
So I tried listening to the last episode and I mean, she even calls him on it. Like, will you stop saying that?
That was going to be my next question. Do you think that there's a point where even your wife, they've been married for however long, is like just embarrassed? Just
yeah, I can tell you, yes. So I think I just came on here and told you about me shitting myself.
Your wife's not cool with that? Or were you saying that Uncle Randy's wife's not cool with that?
I everybody that's involved and even those that aren't involved are not cool with it.
I'm cool with it. I think it's funny.
So
I've never listened too much to Married AF. I was on once, and I think I've listened to the show where you were on once or twice. It's just not my thing. It's a boring show to me. But maybe it's because it's not aimed at me, I guess. I don't know. Or it's because I don't like fucking podcasts where they just ramble like what we do.
No, I don't mind podcasts that ramble as long as they're having a real conversation.
Yeah.
My favorite was the fuck was the name of it?
Bad Cop.
No, what? Yeah, so that was my favorite. And then I had another favorite. Apparently, I've got a whole bunch of favorites. Bad Cop is back, by the way.
I heard that. I only listened to one episode. I was out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have them on.
Are you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You want to be there for it?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Is it Bad Cop or Bad Cop that you're having on?
I'm gonna go with Bad Cop. I'm gonna go with both Bad Cops.
Bad Cop. All right, cool.
So that's assuming that they will come on it because I don't think they know that yet.
I didn't. You're making the announcement first. Breaking news right here.
If
you ever have any communication with them?
No. If you get to have Jose the Mexican on, then I get to have Bad Cop on.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not arguing. I agree. I think bringing a Mexican on warrants you having like 6 guests, right?
3/5 of a guess.
Wait.
Oh yeah, wrong thing. All right.
Studying up in here. That's funny. Why? I don't know why that's so funny.
So you want me to go ahead and read that message or that email?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
All right.
So
I was going to say who it's from, but I
give out their email address.
We'll say Callum, I guess. I'm not going to give out his email. All right. So this is the type of shit that we get. Hey, faggots. I just sent this message to someone else by accident, thinking they were you on SoundCloud under the name Shooting the Shiznit. No clue if you are affiliated with them and don't really care at all. So here's the message. Your show is all right. I laugh sometimes, and I've even choked on my water once from a decent chuckle. American humor is usually the lowest form of such, and your people and scum, but you guys are all right and sometimes actually decent for boomers. Much love from Australia. Also, what microphones do you use for recording? If you tell me, I'll record a clip of shitting after Wednesday curry night. Cheers, lads. You're doing okay. Respond to me or you'll lose 25% of your listeners. Being that you'll lose me, and I doubt more than 4 people listen anyways. Also, if you mention this on the show, I'll cancel my official podcast Patreon membership and redirect it all to you. Suck a fat one, fatties. So I don't want you to do that.
You don't want him to cancel his official podcast membership?
No.
Why?
All right. So, Anthony, we talked. I'm going to be the good cop. You're going to be the bad cop. I'm going to try to keep us friendly with everybody.
All right. I got to break character and be myself here. Then that's what you're saying. All right.
Ready?
Ready.
Okay. Also, if you mention this on the show, I'll cancel my official podcast Patreon membership and redirect it all to you. Suck a fat one, fatties. I don't want him to do that.
Fuck that. I want him to do that and double it and give it to us. Cancel all your fucking cancel your fucking cable subscription and give me that money too. Fatty?
Wait, me? Wait a minute, what?
Whoever. Sometimes the bad cop just goes a little overboard.
You're just going to start shooting black people.
Hey, you said bad cop. So I agree with you. American humor is usually the lowest form of such, which is, I revel in that. That's great. That's what I want. The lowest form of humor is the best form of humor. And you contradicted yourself. The show is all right. And then you said, I've even almost choked on my water. If you've choked because of something that Doug or I said, that's more than all right. It's fucking funny. Fucker.
All right. Very good.
All right. Was that bad enough? Oh, wait. Give me money.
All right. You wanted to, we're going to jump to that story. So we're a half hour into the show and now we get started.
We had so much bullshit and we've even got bullshit at the end of the show.
Oh, fuck. We got to get through all the shout outs, don't we?
Yes. Do you want to do that first or do you want to wait? I know we put it at the end, but I mean,
yeah, we got 2 stories. We got 2 stories here. We got 4 shits for our Patreon episode.
Yeah.
Let's just quit.
It's too much. It's all too much.
Let's jump to your story, the one that you wanted to.
All right. Okay. Let's see here.
Am I reading it or are you reading it?
I'll read it. Excuse me. Okay. Man caught driving stolen car filled with radioactive uranium, rattlesnake, and whiskey. Guthrie police say. I figured I might as well read the whole fucking headline.
Why do we do this?
Why do we do this to ourselves? Guthrie police had quite the surprise when they pulled over a car with an expired tag. The car turned out to be stolen, and police said they found a canister of radioactive uranium, a rattlesnake, and an open bottle of Kentucky Deluxe whiskey. According to Guthrie police, an officer was patrolling the area of whatever block when he noticed a car with an expired tag. The officer pulled over the car and spoke with the driver, later identified as 41-year-old Stephen Jennings. Police said Jennings' driver's license was suspended and the car he was driving had been reported stolen. He reportedly told the officers he had a firearm in the center console and there was a timber rattlesnake in the aquarium in the back seat. Officers said they searched the car and found a gun and an almost full bottle of Kentucky Deluxe whiskey. Jennings and his passenger were placed in police custody. A silver canister containing a yellow powdery substance was also found inside the car. The canister advised that the yellow in color powdery substance was uranium. Crews with the Emergency Management Institute responded and verified the substance was radioactive material. This is my favorite part. Police said they took possession of the substance for safekeeping. That means they sold it on the streets. Jennings has been charged with a felony count of possession of a stolen vehicle, misdemeanor counts of transporting an open container of liquor, operating a motor vehicle with a suspended driver's license, and failure to carry security verification form. His passenger, Rachel Rivera, is charged with possession of firearm after a felony conviction. So I did a lot of thinking on this story. Like if you just read the story, and it could be like that's fucking weird. But really, I could only wrap my head around two ideas of why this guy was in this situation. So I think that maybe this guy was trying to make a super snake. That's why he wanted the uranium. I mean, why else would he have the snake? The snake and the uranium. His plan was to feed the snake the uranium and then make a super snake that he could, train and use those powers to help him rob banks. Because there's no way this guy is not a bank robber. I mean, just look at the guy.
I don't know how you got to Super Snake, because my first instinct is this guy liked exotic animals, and he's building a time machine. That was the only natural conclusion.
See, so we look at things so different. I was thinking the super snake. That's all I thought. This uranium, rattlesnake, super snake. That's where my fucking brain went. And then it was like, obviously he's going to use the snake to rob a bank. I mean, fucking time machine. So what's he going to do with a time machine then? He likes exotic animals. So you're just glossing over the fact that he has a snake in his backseat?
No, that's why he's got the exotic animal. I don't think the two things have to be connected. So, okay, who doesn't drive around with an open bottle of Kentucky bourbon or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, that I don't even know. I mean, I was thinking his wife came along, and that was why he brought the whiskey. I mean, he got his. I'm pretty sure she just went along because the air conditioning in the motel that they live in was out.
So the way the guy looks, I was expecting. When I read the story, or when you sent me the story, I was expecting the guy to look like Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
All right. Why?
Who steals uranium other than somebody that's smart enough to fucking use it?
Who steals you? This guy doesn't look smart. Who steals uranium? That sounds like a bad line from a movie. Who steals uranium?
All right. So I got it. Jody, I am fucking recording.
So leave me alone. Oh, man.
All right. Yeah, Jody, this could have waited.
You needed to borrow $10?
Like it's his fault that I have to, my phone vibrates. I have to. It could be somebody looking for uranium. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Anytime your phone vibrates, guy looking for uranium.
Okay, let's pretend that you want to steal your uranium.
Uh-huh.
Where do you go? Like, it's not like it's vape juice where you can go to any fucking corner in a shitty neighborhood.
I'm assuming you got to go somewhere near the border of Mexico. I'm pretty sure you can get anything on the border of Mexico, right?
Okay. So you're telling me if I have, I'm holding I'm holding Bernie hostage. All right, I've got a gun to his mushy head, and I say I'm going to shoot him in his soft spot. Yes, he still has a soft spot.
Uh-huh.
Because he's fucking retarded too.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to shoot him in his fucking waterhead. Unless you get me some uranium.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me that your first instinct is
road trip,
Mexico.
Right. It's either Mexico or like downtown Chicago. White people don't have uranium.
Why downtown Chicago? What?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. I don't know.
So
that was the first thing that came to my mind.
I put you in a very realistic situation. I'm looking for an answer. Where do you go?
So if I was being serious, and it's going to sound like I'm only saying this because it's all over the news, but I would head for the Nevada desert, Area 51. I mean, that's where I would think uranium is at, right?
Okay. So have you seen Back to the Future?
I don't think so. If I have, it's been a really long time. I don't really remember it. Is that where he plays basketball, like as Teen Wolf or whatever?
So no shtick. Have you seen Back to the Future?
No, I mean, I don't think so. I wasn't joking.
Fuck.
I was joking about the Teen Wolf part because I'm pretty sure that's not in it.
No, because it's fucking Teen Wolf.
Right. Same guy though, right?
All right. So when he has to get uranium,
Uh-huh.
he goes to the Middle Eastern terrorist people.
Oh. Well, I don't know any of those.
Kaya.
Oh, damn it. Why didn't we work this out in advance?
Fuck.
Oh, I ruined a good bit, man. Take two.
All right.
Are we starting do you want me to read the article again?
Let's
We're
start.
starting all the way over from the beginning.
Yeah, I want to go all the way back to. Okay, so I have an update about shit in my pants.
We're doing this episode for Evan from Montana. Going all the way back there. Oh, shit. That sucks. I ruined the fucking bit. Damn it.
Oh well, there'll be another chance next week.
Yeah.
So the jokes write themselves. You want to do? What the fuck?
See? Am I wrong?
All right. I'm gonna read this one. Are you okay with me reading it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Is this real?
It's New York Post, man. That's not fake news, is it?
Transgender woman gets new vagina made from fish skin. A trans woman had a vagina constructed using the skin of a tilapia. Why would they have to put the?
Why would they have to put what kind of fish it is? At least it wasn't a carp.
God, your pussy smells like tilapia. Tilapia fish, after her genitals began to shrink and close up following botched surgery. According to surgeons, Maju, 35, has the chance of a proper sex life and a boost of confidence thanks to the sea creature's skin. This ain't fucking real.
Proper sex life.
The highly complex procedure called neovaginoplasty used a tubular shape acrylic mold wrapped with the skin of the freshwater fish in the form of a biological fake pussy to rebuild and extend the vaginal canal in a 3-hour operation. The process involved inserting 2 separate molds to create the new vagina. The first device, mounted with the marine membrane, was incorporated inside the vagina over. This is fucking stupid. You imagine? Okay, so you take this girl home from the bar, and first she's like, gotta break the news to you that, look, I used to be called Carl.
Now I'm Carla.
And so, you've had 5. Yeah, apparently it's only gonna take me 5 shots to get. That's why I stopped.
One
Because
shot in.
I was like, so I just admitted that it would take me 5 shots to overlook that this girl used to be a dude. So you've had a case of Kentucky bourbon, and you've already picked up your uranium.
Uh-huh.
So you get over that hump, so to speak, of, okay, so yeah, I'm going to go home with a man that is now a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And then she comes at you with, I've also got a scaly fish pussy.
Do you think that she carries around clothespins for people's noses? Oh, that's so fucking stupid.
What if it's like the like the catfish things that'll fucking poke you?
Yeah. So the next line is, in contact with the patient's body, the sterilized and odor-free fish skin displays stimulatory cell growth properties. So they made it a point to put in here that it's odor-free. There's no way that they needed to put that, but everybody is thinking it. Like, just from the headline, everybody is thinking you're using fish skin for a pussy. That's funny.
Yeah, this ain't real.
It's real. The tilapia membrane attached to and recoated the walls of the vaginal canal, acting like stem cells. These were absorbed into the body, transforming into cellular tissue similar to that of an actual vagina. The second device, made from silicone, and described as a very big tampon. It's designed to remain inside the vagina for up to 6 months to prevent the walls from closing. So,
We were able to create a vagina of physiological length, both in thickness and by enlarging it. So they made a big fish pussy. So I read it. I still don't understand what happened. They made a big fake scale or a big fake fish pussy and put it inside of him.
Yes. and the fish scale pussy, like absorbed into the insides of her guts and made a real pussy. Like magic, by magic.
Do you remember the conversation we had about fucking a fish?
Yes.
Did you remember that? Because we could have like just turned our mics off and played that bit because it would fit in perfectly right here.
Right. To complicate matters, before surgery could begin, the medical team discovered that apparent levels of incompetence during the original surgery had left more than one narrow vaginal canal. There were remnants of cavernous bodies, erectile tissue structures still in the vaginal space. The presence of these leftovers of the penis aggravated the closure of the vaginal tract. Is that a sentence that anybody ever should have to say?
Where are you at?
Oh, I skipped down towards the bottom. I just wanted to get to that part. That was. I wanted to make sure we read that part.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's the very last paragraph.
One of the things that you just said kind of stuck out to me is like, I need to remember that. The remnants of the cavernous body. That's talking about somebody's pussy.
Right?
That's what happens when you create man-made fish pussies. Cavernous bodies.
The presence of these leftovers of the penis. That's my favorite. Leftovers of the like. I'm done for the night, but part of my penis is still inside you. So just some leftovers for later.
All right. We got to do them fucking shout outs. So hopefully we're done with them, right?
Yeah. I think we got a new voicemail a new patron, and I didn't get a backstory on them. So
what the fuck you mean? That you told me you were going to get a backstory on them.
When did you send it to me? I don't remember you sending it to me until later. I woke up today and you're like, we got a new patron. I'm like, son of a bitch.
What do you? Oh yeah, I didn't get him either. Yeah,
sorry, new guy. We're gonna have to get you or a girl, I guess.
Can we just take one of the old backstories and apply it to him?
Yes. Don't tell anybody. I mean, don't tell anybody.
All right, so we fuck, man, this is so frustrating. We got to get better at that. If we, I think I'm yelling at me. Okay, we've got to decide right now whose responsibility is it to get the new patron on the board to get their backstory, so we can start the investigative process.
In my opinion, I would like it if you put it on the board so that I know, or tell me, and then I can investigate if that's how you want to do it.
Okay, so from here on forward, I will take responsibility, but for this one, it's your problem.
Okay, I take full responsibility. Sorry, person.
All right. So we're going to start with Chris Lambert, right?
Yes. Did you want to start, or you want me to?
Oh, shit. We won't be using last names after this.
Oh, shit. Sorry, Chris. We'll beat that out. We'll take that out in post.
All right. Fuck.
At least it was you and not me.
So we did some digging. So those of you that are new, what we're doing is when somebody signs up for a Patreon, we do a little digging into their social media, whatever they've got public, anything that we can find through our investigative journalism team.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, we just want everybody else to know who is joining them and listening to our show.
Yeah. All right.
Just a little
All
bit about them.
So it looks like he's a 26-year-old truck driver with a meth problem.
Mm-hmm.
He loves karaoke, but he only sings Candle in the Wind.
Perfect.
He uses ketchup as lube when his girlfriend is not on her period.
Yep, that makes sense.
He hates Mexican men, but loves Mexican women.
That sounds familiar.
What?
I don't know. I like Mexican women. What can I say?
Oh, fuck, man. We got a fuck ton of these to get through.
Oh, okay. The next one on the list here is Andrew, last name redacted. He looks like he moved to China from Texas at the age of 21, and he started a waste cooking oil recycling business. Spends most days harvesting sludge from the city sewer to be repurposed into cooking oil. And he occasionally teaches English to underprivileged kids. He teaches them American curse words in place of common phrases for his own amusement. That's nice of him.
Brian, thank you for signing up. His parents apparently left him at a fire station in a basket when he was 7 years old. 7 years old is kind of old to be in a basket at the fire station, isn't he?
That's what I thought.
We may have to talk to our detective because
that's the information that he got.
I'm beginning to think that they're not really looking in very hard.
Very surface level.
He never learned how to talk, and he only communicates with small grunts and pointing. He recently learned how to use a toilet, and now he's working on wiping his own ass.
Perfect. Good luck. Next one here is Dave. Dave lives in Haiti. He's 16 years old, and he plans on moving to America when his parents and 9 siblings die. He dreams of being able to receive a sponsor box from the Who's Right podcast. He's homeschooled, illiterate, and he collects scrap copper wire and melts the plastic off of it in the family kitchen. And it says that he's able to get like $1.90 a pound scrap price to an American buyer. That's good.
I feel like this is how I feel with the voicemails.
We put a lot of work into this. We paid a detective and everything.
Yeah, I'm just kind of wishing we would have committed to like 3 an episode.
If we can, what does it matter?
Devin, oddly enough, he's a decent guy.
Mm-hmm.
He listens to a lot of micro penis support podcasts in his Hummer on his way to his job as an Army recruiter. It seems to be like there's more information on there than when the last I had read this.
Huh.
He is the founding and this is interesting. He's founding and the only member of the Jasmine Kane Idaho chapter fan club.
That's pretty awesome. Fuck Jasmine Kane. Wait, that's your line.
Yeah, those of you that don't know, Jasmine Kane was a musician who we played her music on the show, and she had committed to. Okay, so all right.
Doug got Jasmine caned.
No, that's the problem. We did. It's not just me. It's we.
It is we, but you're the only one that's butthurt about it. I would have forgot about it by now. And I'm glad I didn't because it's funny. I wonder if she still makes music.
If you guys that are listening have any hair on your fucking ass, you will. I was going to say, I want them to go to a Jasmine Kane concert because you remember Fidget Spinner, the guy that used to listen.
Yep.
He went to a Jasmine Kane concert and was, I don't know, he's giving her a hard time about us, but he definitely mentioned us, which immediately she shunned him.
I want our Who's Right Navy to interact with Jasmine Kane and let her know that she missed a great opportunity.
How? Like, you want him to punch her?
No.
Okay.
Nope. I am absolutely not saying that. Interact. I said interact.
What?
I want them to be interactive.
You want them to walk up and finger her butthole?
Yes.
Okay, that's all you had to say. You got to be specific with these retards.
Can I call for that? Is that illegal?
Go ahead.
This lady deserves to have her butthole fingered
I,
in public.
Doug from the Who's Right podcast, I would not advocate for such a thing
Mhm.
because I think that is violating human rights. But if you, Anthony, want to go and tell people to do that, and they do it, good for you.
You ever had your butthole fingered? That's not violating anything.
So if she's on stage trying to sing, somebody pops a
Even-
digit up her
Even
butthole.
better.
Oh, fuck, we can't get sidetracked.
Too late.
Go.
Oh yeah, give me this one. Frederick. All right, Frederick. He works in accounts receivable at a sperm bank, and he's notorious for taking his work home with him.
I think that is supposed to be a clever way of saying that he eats sperm.
It wasn't really clever at all.
Really?
But yes.
And I think that come through the teletype. I thought that is really clever.
All right. He hasn't seen any of the Rocky movies because he will not support the growing trend in today's society to applaud those greasy Italians.
Nope, that's his words, not ours.
Yeah, that's not me. He hangs out in a pool hall, flipping nickels in the air and chomping on a toothpick.
Who the fuck flips nickels, Anthony? What?
I don't know. It's on the thing. Don't you know? Fucking flipping nickels and chomping on a toothpick. That guy. Everybody
Okay.
knows the guy.
But why nickels?
Doesn't like Italians.
Why wouldn't it have been like $50 or something shiny that you can see spinning in the air? You can't even see a flipping nickel.
Yeah, because nickels are cheaper than $50, and this guy's cheap. Wait, I mean, this guy's cool. We got to toe the line here.
All right. Matthew. He's 14 years old and he likes boobs.
Perfect.
He has a strong opinion about politics and a deep understanding of the American economic system. Lectures his friends about the evils of capitalism, dreams of the day his mom will buy him an iPhone.
Perfect.
I think Matthew got fucked on his backstory.
Well, he's only 14. Give him some time. Thanks for your support, Matthew. This is Kat. Kat is 19 years old. She's an unlicensed hairstylist. She's been married for 9 years. No children.
So let's do some math here real quick.
All right.
Hold on. You know what I haven't done in a while?
Math.
Math on the show.
All right.
Hold on. All right. Ready?
Ready.
All right. How old is she?
She is 19. And I actually misread the thing, so it was good that you caught it.
How long has she been married?
10 years.
All right, hold on.
All right. That's some good writing sounds.
It's a memory card on the table. Hold on. There's a lot of math in this fucking brown.
But don't forget to carry the 3.
Now my mic's all fucked up. I hope that was fucking worth it.
So worth it.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
All right, what'd you figure
So she got married when she was 9.
out? Right. She has no children, and she's a very vocal advocate for the deaf community. Her sister is deaf, and she learned sign language at a young age. And she co-sponsored an initiative to get wheelchair ramps installed for the hard of hearing at the local PVS.
I don't understand the correlation for the wheelchair ramps for the hard of hearing.
They're retarded. What do you mean?
So you think that I'm sorry, the investigator thinks that if you're deaf, that you're also retarded?
And you need a wheelchair. No, all 3 of those things. All 3 of those things that you would think have nothing to do with each other.
Here's what I have to assume.
All right.
I have to assume that the more people that we get in the $5 range, the more we can afford a private investigator. So we might be able to get a little deeper backstories.
Maybe.
Some of these, not all of them,
I wouldn't count on it.
some of them, I feel like maybe he's phoning it in. I don't know that he did his due diligence.
I'll pass on that information.
All right. Natasha. So, one of the things that we didn't do is we had it's funny, 3 people dropped from our Patreon, and it's a huge dip to our income.
Can you call it an income?
So we are literally skating on the edge of
suicide,
of going bankrupt.
We're selling off all our assets.
So when you have we have accountants and shit that are watching our Patreon for us,
mm-hmm.
and they called me at work. Wait a minute, I forgot that I'm unemployed. They came to my trailer.
I can't.
So it's like this. Oh, Doug, this is the accountant. I just wanted to let you know that 3 patrons dropped. So that right there, I had to get our power shut off. So if you're gonna fucking drop, at least have the fucking nutsack to send me a message and tell me you're gonna drop, you fucking pussy cocksucker. Wait a minute. The only people that can hear me are the people that are still paying.
Right. Oh shit.
And on the the Patreon, the exit survey thing.
Yeah.
If you're gonna leave, have the fucking decency to write something more than my financial situation changed. We've over the course of as long as we've had patrons, they either say they quit because Anthony's a douchebag or their financial situation has changed. All of them say the same thing.
Awesome.
So apparently everybody works at the same fucking company and they all got laid off. And the first thing they had to do is drop our fucking Patreon.
And they all think I'm a douchebag. Oh, I don't blame you guys.
All right.
I mean, for thinking I'm a douchebag, you can still pay us. Just remember, Doug gets half the money.
I'm going to start my own Patreon for people that want to quit.
Quit the show and just donate to you and leave me out in the cold.
I'll just do it on the side.
Awesome.
I think I might have got off course here.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Natasha, here's your backstory. She's 47 years old. She lives in Vietnam. She once traded a blowjob for 2 rare Garbage Pail Kid stickers and an expired coupon for 15% off at Taco Bell. And she wants nothing more in life than for the Taco Bell cashier to overlook the expiration date on her coupon. That didn't even need to be added. Because the rule of comedy is boom, boom, boom. It's not boom, 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 bunk.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're going to come on my show and tell me about the rules of comedy? I am a professional comedian.
It's the rules of 3.
I get paid for this shit.
All right. Nora.
Tell the private investigator. Oh, man. Nora is 29 years old, and she is a diesel truck mechanic.
Interesting choice for... Do you think she looks like
The Rock?
No, Rosie the Riveter. That's what I'm picturing.
No. I think she looks more like The Rock.
You think she looks like Brady?
Actually, you're probably closer.
All right.
She loves to dance. She's never met a black person in real life. She teaches weeknight cooking classes for men whose wives are dead. And she loves watching reruns of Friends with her cats. That's nice.
Thank you, Nora. Ralph. He is 29 years old, a professional Magic the Gathering player. He's drowning. All right. He's drowning in Nerd Snatch. He got fixed because of an incident involving a groupie trying to steal his seed to grow inside him herself. Sometimes he wears a cape. Yeah. See, I feel like that one was funnier, but I fucked it up in my delivery.
It's not supposed to be funny. This is just
Well, good thing.
a backstory. We're just trying to help people learn about our patrons.
I think we're safe using this guy's full name. I know it's your turn to go. I just wanted to tell you that I'm positive that this is not his real name, so we're probably good.
Okay. Pooh Man McPhister. You don't think that's his real name? Okay. He is a moderator of the Liberate Apes Before Imprisoning Apes forum. He brags online about his extensive collection of precious moment collectibles.
Start over.
Start over?
Yeah.
He is the moderator of the Liberate Apes Before Imprisoning Apes forum.
You know what that is?
Yeah, that's the it's an offshoot. It's a tiny offshoot of the God damn it. Fuck. You threw me off because I'm fucking reading.
Hold on. All right. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Fuck. Will you fucking get to it? We do this once every 3 months.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It is a tiny offshoot of the CLIT, which is the Coalition for the Liberation of Itinerant Tree Dwellers.
Very good. Yeah, the payoff was excellent on that one.
Whew. Don't worry, we'll fix it in post. You threw me off. I was in my head. I was on to the next line. Oh, he brags online about his extensive collection of precious moment collectibles, and he doesn't eat watermelon because those people ruined it for me. I'm not sure which people he's talking about, but
it's almost like you can tell who the investigator was for each one.
Almost.
Steven, 22 years old, high-functioning autistic. He counts cards at the local casino. He also has a colostomy bag from a junkyard dog attack. And he's a virgin.
Huh. That one was a little short on information.
Some people, you can't find a bunch on... I'm sorry, hold on. That our investigator can't find a whole lot on everybody.
Right. All right. Tristan.
Is it Tristan or Tristone?
Tristone's not a name, so we're going with Tristan. I'm going with Tristan. I don't give a shit what your name is.
But thank you for the donation.
Thanks for the donation, Sally.
All right.
He runs an Etsy store selling homemade hand-poured lead drinking glasses. He makes $37 million a year doing that. He's 26 years old, never left Muncie, Indiana. He collects glass figurines shaped like turtles.
Now, see, that is interesting.
Yeah. That's good. I like that.
We're almost done.
Yay.
So I'm going to use the full name on this one because I assume this isn't a real name.
Mm-hmm.
Venerology undergraduate. Is that a word?
Sounds like a name to me. That's what I would have named my kid that.
This one's really lacking in the punchline or the funny information. It looks whatever. 42 years old, works at Walmart, obese, short, and angry, drinks a lot of beer, married, cheats with prostitutes, television. Could you reach out?
It just says television.
Could you reach out real quick to the private investigator and
smack him in the face?
No, find out what he meant by this.
I'm pretty sure what he meant was the guy just drinks beer and watches TV, but he doesn't know how to put that into words.
Oh, because it says, and I'm quoting, he drinks a lot of beer, married, cheats with prostitutes, television.
Yeah,
so it makes me think that he's fucking hookers TVs.
You missed the period. Oh, nope, that's a comma. Damn it. Fucking private investigators.
All right. So what we don't know is if our investigator knows punctuation.
No, I think we know that he does not.
All right. Moving on.
This one is Jay. He is a feminist.
Jay? It's either Jay or Arthur.
Jay or I don't know if I want to give the last name. It's confusing. Come on, guy. Be not confusing. feminist community organizer. He works with inner city youth in Baltimore. He won't ever go through the back door of a bar at a restaurant because he thinks the gays ruined it for everyone.
That was one of those that I'm sure was a lot more interesting when it was found than it is now being read to an audience.
Right. Just like this next one. One time he accidentally knitted 2 left mittens for his bisexual brother.
Yeah. So I assume that when this assignment went out to the investigators that worked on it, that it seemed a lot more interesting at the time, because as I'm hearing it read back to me now, which for all intensive purposes is the first time that I'm hearing it. It's fucking stupid, but
it's fucking stupid.
But who are we to judge people's backstories?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Who are we to judge the backstories?
Corporal Commander. See this?
This is just quality information.
And this one I know was all picked up from his public social media posts. He once held another person's poop for 17 minutes. He pulls his pants all the way down to his ankles at a urinal. And he won't drink Pepsi because they once sponsored a gay parade in his town. See that
why is everybody so homophobic?
I don't know. They shouldn't be any phobic.
Right. I agree. I guess I will read the first and last name here also. This is Fat Nasty. Sorry if that's your real last name. Spends Friday nights watching Back to the Future marathons. He once got a blowjob from a babysitter. Oh, wait. Nope. No sitter. Sorry. Got caught trying to roofie a girl in an attempt to get her to go home with him and play Magic the Gathering.
Same thing. That last one, I think that sounded more interesting when it was developed.
Griffin. It was a breaking story.
Griffin, as it turns out, pokes his sister.
Like on Facebook?
No, he doesn't have a Facebook.
Oh, all right.
He has binged all the episodes of the Gilmore Girls. You know, you did a great job of picking up that parenthesis conversation. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
He binged all the episodes of the Gilmore Girls. Okay. And
all right.
He collects aluminum cans to send to his dad's jail commissary.
Perfect. I think this is probably the one that everybody's been waiting for, right? Just say. This is for Kaya. I won't mention his last name. He was crippled by his parents at 19 when they found out that he was aiding and abetting the enemy because his wife's blood purity test showed Jewish bloodlines.
That was a long one. There was a lot of information in that one sentence.
To this day, he swears that he didn't know. And he is currently incarcerated for murdering his ex-wife. And he thinks Holocaust jokes are lazy and too easy. Yep. Interesting.
Mary, 23 years old, lives off an inheritance from her grandparents. They owned an apple orchard. That's interesting. Key investor in Chumbrite, the world's first and only toothpaste to use fish-based ingredients to naturally bring out the shine in your smile. Yep. That's Chumbrite.
Chumbrite. I wonder if they'll sponsor the show.
Also heavily invested in a company working to make a more lethal mustard gas alternative. So I'm interested in that second bullet point that the investigator pulled out. Because I have to assume. All right, you want to peel back the curtain a little bit?
Sure.
Did you make up Chumbrite?
The investigator did, yes.
It's almost like one of the investigators put in a lot more work into this than the other investigator.
Crazy.
One of them developed companies and then had investors, and then the other one just threw in some racial humor.
I think the other one threw in racial humor too, and Holocaust jokes.
Lauren, carnival worker, exact age and place of birth unknown. Actually, it says unknown because that this is from the investigator that is fucking stupid.
Right.
Murdered the last guy who asked him if he knew the bearded lady. Got away with it. His wife claims he wrote a book detailing the secrets behind all the carnival games and is currently on the run from the carnival mafia. Didn't really write a book. Never learned to read or write. Not on the run at all. Wife murdered him 3 years ago. She donates to our Patreon in his name to keep up the lie. So it's weird because you wouldn't have said all the other 3 bullet points and then followed it up with that last one.
Who? We need to fire our private investigator.
So it looks like that's everybody, right?
Yeah, I think so. Except for the new one that we just got yesterday.
Who was that?
Don't you what? Come on. I don't know. I didn't. I noticed that we got a new one. I didn't look at the name because you were supposed to send it to me. Put me on the spot like that.
Okay.
Okay.
So do me a favor, except for the person that just signed up 2 days ago.
Yes.
Whatever the fuck it was.
Yes.
If we didn't do you, so those of you that don't know, Patreon is a complete pain in the fuckhole to use.
Mm-hmm.
No, bog flop. Anybody can listen to this. We're still doing the free show. But okay, so what kind of fucking audience do we have that they write a message or a note that says our only patron's supposed to listen to this? Like, do you think we trust people that much that we're going to say, okay, now if you're not paying us, shut it off? That's all I got. All right.
Go ahead and shut it off.
All right. We are done for this episode, and we've got to head over to our Patreon. Mm-hmm. And I haven't even crowbarred it in one time. Patreon.com/who's right.
I apologize for not being on the ball with our new patron. We really do appreciate it, and we'll get you next week. That was my fault. I apologize.
I just got called a birch. All right, I gotta go.
All right, I gotta go. All right, bye.
Bye.